Hey everyone, thanks for joining. CryptoVatsik here. If you like this video, please do support the channel by liking and subscribing. You can also follow me on Twitter at CryptoVatsik for frequent updates. Nothing of what you're about to see is considered financial advice. These are my opinions only. Okay, so this is going to be a quick update video on this previous video that I had posted on YouTube. So Bitcoin and ALTS update here, which is where I was expecting at least another final push down on Bitcoin and FTM, Gala, and Ethereum. So I just want to update this because what I had said was I had said, I'd expect that this would Bitcoin was going to come back down to about 21,500-ish area and basically tap the bottom of this range. And so we did end up getting that. Okay, so we got basically the retest of this bottom channel. And what I had said in the previous video is I said I would look for if you're looking for a short-term long, I would look to long on a retest of this channel. Okay, and it's exactly what we've gotten so far. And it would have been an easy play because what you could have done is what I had said is wait for it to bottom out, wait for the candle to close, this big red candle, right? Wait for the bounce and continue to wait until you get a bullish retest of this channel. Okay, and so this is exactly what happened. I said wait for this wick to come back down and you want to enter on this bullish retest because you have a clear invalidation below. You can set your stop loss really, really tight. So it's very low risk and you'd be targeting the mid range of the channel or the top of the range, right? And so at least to the mid range, which you'd expect if we're going to break down, you'd expect, okay, come back up to the mid range and then, yeah, break down, sure. So even if you played that though, right now at this point, you get a 10% profit. It's a 6.29 risk to reward ratio. It's a good ratio. That's low risk. So if you had been able to get in and you're on doing lots of screen time, you're able to watch this wick, get down to the retest, this is where you'd want to enter. And that's what I said in my previous video. You'd be looking good right now. You'd be 3 or 4% in profit, but at least you could sit on it with peace of mind because you'd have a tight stop loss and you know that you've bought at support. Okay, so I'll drop a link to the video right now and you can go and watch that to look at how I spoke more in depth, but right now I'll just continue on with this video to go look at Ethereum now. Okay, now this was the chart that I had shared in that video with Ethereum, and I had said that, I would definitely, I had said originally that I would definitely take a consideration to taking it along, right? I had expected to come back down to test this previous, previous level here around 1800 and considered taking a long, but I had woken up in the morning, we broke down below, and I had said, okay, if we make a lower low, originally in this video I had said if we make a lower low compared to this bullish market structure here, then I'd still be targeting. My overall thesis was to come back up and kind of eventually end up down at this target here to test this liquidity of this previous low. Okay, so that's what I had said, and I said if we had previously made a new low, a lower low, then that's what I'm expecting, and it would invalidate my long trigger. Okay, and so that's what happened. Basically, we made a lower low right now. Okay, so if you just take a look, we made a lower low compared to right over here. Okay, even though it wicked down below, it's a lower low. Market structure is broken. Okay, and so I would really be expecting to come back up into resistance and come back down to this original target that I had set out. And the reason why I thought maybe we had some juice left in the tank to come back up here and test this upper area of resistance was because we had some untapped liquidity. We didn't tap these two highs. We tapped these two highs, but basically these two considered untapped still at this point, right? So I thought, we'd come back up, test the upper previous range here, and then come back down, but obviously a weaker market, and we just smashed right through back down to this previous range lower band. Okay, bounced on it as support temporarily for now, but still kind of a weak move. But that long theory is invalidated. I canceled out. I didn't take the trade, and now I'd just still be targeting this area to either go long or to be looking to short very shortly here, right into this resistance of this previous range lower band here from over here that we saw, and basically be targeting this as my first target here. Okay, so that's what we had seen for Ethereum. Now on the other time frame with Ethereum, I had said that we were, I would expect this order block here to be a bullish order block at the time when we're above it. We smashed right through it. Okay, and so now you have to change your thesis. You have to change your perspective and be objective. And what are we seeing? Well, we're seeing a bearish retest now. Okay, so this is coming back into it. This is now resistance. Okay, and we're underneath it, right? So you got to change your tune, right? So we saw this block that I'd drawn out in that previous video, and I'd said I'd expect us to at least bounce within it and come back up to that area that I had been targeting above these highs, or just at these highs over here, and we didn't get it. Okay, so we dropped below. Now it's a bearish retest. So again, theory remains the same, that we're still eventually coming back down to my target here. Okay, around just below 1400 at the least for now. Okay. Now, finally, for Gala, I had said that, I had two scenarios. If you go back and watch the video, we ended up with this short scenario that I was leaning towards, and we came back down and tested this support band, okay? And so this is where I had said that I don't think we're going to smash through it. This could be a short target, but I don't think we're going to smash through it, and that we're going to bounce off this support order block, okay? And that's exactly what happened. So if you'd watched that video, you would have seen that we hit our target, okay? The short target down here at the order block, right around just over 5 cents area, and now we're seeing this is zoomed out on higher time frame, but we saw a very strong reaction. Wicks below, never closed below this order block, closed within it at one point, came back above, closed above it again, right? So you could have taken along here on a bullish retest of this area somewhere in there, and these wicks are nasty, right? So you'd want to set your stop loss at least below the lowest wick, right? So you don't want to get that tapped out, but you gotta be understanding that you're taking some risk. You're taking more risk depending on your entry, right? If you're able to get in on the lower retest down here of this wick, then obviously it's less risk that you're taking. But I'd be targeting somewhere up here within this area of liquidity, these lows as resistance again. Just considering what's going on with Ethereum and Bitcoin right now, which if I'm expecting them to come lower, then this is a short-term play, right? So you could take a long, but have a clear target and make sure you take your profits along the way up and cut your position if you're going to do that. But anyways, point is, just an update from that video is that I would expect us to come back down to this target and then act as support, and that's what we saw. Okay, and just finally, Phantom here. So basically, I had shared this trade idea way back when in another video that I can share with you, but basically we had hit my take profit 1 and never reached my take profit 2. I had moved my stop loss to a break even and got stopped out, and I said I was completely fine getting stopped out because the trade was successful. I would break even essentially on the rest of the position, and I'm invalidated, and it didn't go my way. That's fine. And so people will update on my TradingView account. They'll say, oh, how's this looking now, right? It's like, well, it's looking good because I took a successful trade. Okay, I took my profit and I broke even on the rest of the position. It's not as successful as I was anticipating, but that's fine, right? So, you got to leave your emotions out of it. And I think people get really worked up over people being wrong. And the question is not about trying to be right every time and prove that you're right. It's about saying, when I'm wrong, this is what's going to happen. This is my plan, and it's okay to be wrong. So just have a plan to manage your risk, right? And so, anyways, whatever. What we're seeing now at this point is basically, yeah, trades done. We got to reevaluate. I'll rechart this one shortly, but I mean, just off at first glance kind of thing. Obviously, we're into some support right here at this area, just basically right there. Okay, just bouncing off support, had a support here, deviated quite low, but I think on a hard, on the daily time frame, a candle actually closed. Let's just see here. I think, yeah, so there we go. So we had basically this area closed here on this short red candle, and then strong move up, had a range, and then basically tap, 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 and tapping it again now. So again, if you were looking to make the short, you could have made that short. I wasn't. I was looking to go long, but maybe I should have been shorting after that once I got validated. But it was just kind of in the middle ground area where it was like not really the greatest entry to go short. And it just had like straight 3 red candles on the daily here. So didn't see any clear opportunity for that. But my thought would be to we've swept these lows here, this liquidity. Okay, so that's a good sign. And I'd be potentially looking at a long. Now I wouldn't want to be entering along, to be quite honest. From the bottom of the candle close, we're already up 5.5% kind of thing. I would have wanted to get in on a retest here somewhere down there where you could have got a retest on the wick if you managed to get that, and then you could have a clear invalidation, and then I'd be targeting up here near this resistance. So basically this green order block, which is now resistance. Okay, that's where I'd be targeting. and that's kind of it right now. So something like this, and then expect kind of something like that, right? So short-term target, if you're taking that long, in my opinion. Don't know if we're coming back down to test these lows again, or if this is starting to bottom out, and then eventually we'll come back up to my targets. But just got to play it as we see fit. So, anyways, that's kind of it for this video. Thanks for joining. Go watch that other video, please, if you enjoyed this, and hopefully you find some more helpful information in there. Anyways, thanks for joining. See you on the next one. Bye.